All right, hey guys.
What's up, Sam?
It is the Thunder and Lightning Show. We're back with one of my other aces. We went to Dallas last week, so
Hope you enjoyed that.
This week we got my main man Sam Brewer. Me and Sam go way back since what? You were in 7th grade?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade. Yeah. You were a little munchkin.
Sixth grade choir.
Sam looked like he looked like Alvin from the Chickmunks back in the day. That's how he looked like to me. But he was like this tall, young guy. We were in choir together, grew up in choir together before we started playing football together in high school. We teamed up way early in our middle school career. I thought that was an advantageous.
It just happened.
Yeah. But you know, the cool thing about me and Sam growing up together, and like I said, it's the same story, guys. These are my friends that we grew up with. That you know, I've known since I was 12, 13 years old, and you know, we grew up in this community, in this area, so we know it like the back of our hands. Sam's family has been here since.
The Brewers have been occupying the city of Grapevine for,
years,
60, 80 years or so.
Millennia.
So the Brewer name runs deep in the city of Grapevine in the area. So
If you don't know about the Hill, look it up.
I am definitely a veteran of the streets.
So you know, we still have that same love for this area and for this community. And like I said, we're at an age where now we can kind of give back to these kids and show them a little bit more that we didn't have as much as. But the fun thing about Sam is, you know, me and Sam have been training together. I think we haven't trained together but 6 months.
Yeah.
About 6 months since I was training.
Since 2007.
Yeah. So I started in 2006, end of December, a little bit before. It was my last class was internship. Sam had actually graduated and from Memphis. We got a football scholarship, University of Memphis, balled out there. And then I started working. He's like, hey man, I was working as a trainer up here for some lady. Hey, give me 6 months and I'll come. And 6 months later, that was all she wrote.
There we were.
We've been training together ever since, grew up together, and kind of established our kind of style, what we do, how we do it, what we believe in, everything training-wise, really together. Like there's not much that I don't know. I mean, we kind of created and did everything together. Like in high school, like growing up, training, we kind of done everything together. And now UT Southwestern physical therapy tech, expanded it from there. So Sam, I'm gonna let you talk a little bit just about our biggest thing is we're trainers first. And that's what we say, we're trainers first. And not many people know what that means. Probably you, whenever I say it, because what we say to each other. Bradon gets it because we preached it to him.
That's the only thing I've known.
But people get tired of hearing me talk. They tend not to believe that I've been doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah?
Don't say it.
Well, I mean, if someone was to ask me what is training and what does it mean to us, to me, and I know with Mo, that means you're not only giving people what's in your mind, but you're also giving them a relationship. You form a relationship with somebody to where not only are they coming to the gym because they know they're going to get a great workout, but they're coming to the gym because they know they're going to get to see you and hang out with you, and you're going to make whatever they're doing, it's going to be a good time. I always tell people I'm going to always do it with a smile on my face. And so no matter what, if you have a relationship with somebody, no matter how hard a workout is or how tough something is, they always trust that whatever you tell them to do is going to be beneficial for them. And that's something that you can't teach someone that. That has to be something that you understand, that building the relationship with somebody, and it starts from the very first time you meet somebody. You build your rapport, you help them understand that everything that I tell you and that I do for you, I'm going to be doing things for you that you don't even really understand.
You don't
even know completely what's going on, but I know your body.
That's my job to know it.
Yeah, I know what your goals are, and I know how to get you there. And if you commit to doing the things and being here and coming in to see me, then
and give me effort.
Effort.
all we
That's
ask.
all you got to
Effort.
do. When you walk in the door, if you give us effort, then
We'll do
we'll
the rest.
take care of the rest. And that's something that any client that I've ever trained in 13, 14 years, that is what it's about. You give me effort and you commit to being here, I'll take care of everything else when you walk in the door.
That was one of my first lessons was like, you know, when people walk into a training environment, usually they're out of their comfort zone.
No, they're definitely
They're out of their comfort zone. They see all this going on. They see these athletes doing
Especially in
crazy
here.
things. So it's your job as a trainer to bridge the gap between discomfort and comfort, in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm the one that I have to bring the energy. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna fall off because you're out of your comfort zone to begin with. So you have to create a comfort zone for that person so they're comfortable enough to give you all their effort.
And that's really why we try to make sure everybody, especially here at Elite, everybody's accepting, everybody's welcoming, everybody wants you to do your best. Everybody is aware of the game. I think it directly stems from the way we treat each of our members.
Yeah.
They treat new members or anybody like that because they know what it felt like when they first came in, that experience. The same thing with our athlete on the athlete side. And you guys becoming trainers and training, you know what it is and what it feels like to be new. So you want to
Help create that feeling.
that same thing. You know, and I just, because me and Sam, you got history. We go way back to, you know, when we first started training before we became independent trainers on our own. Which an independent trainer means you hunt and you kill what you gotta get. The gym's not feeding you. You're
go
out
eat
on your
yourself.
own. Boy, you can't talk about it, you don't even know.
Building your own
running-
business.
running your
That's
mouth.
Doing what you have to do. You gotta go to put out flyers. You gotta pass out your business cards in different places. When you're first starting as a trainer, especially with us, those are the kind of things we had to do. Train people at schools, at the
Parks.
football fields, at a park, do boot camps at a park and things like that, to where doesn't matter where you're at. I used to keep a bag of weights and balls and everything just in my trunk.
You probably
for-
got a ball in there somewhere.
no matter what, no matter where we're at. If we need to train and you tell me you want to train, it doesn't matter where we're at, we can do it. We can always train somewhere. And that's grinding. That's putting in work to where
People
you get to
notice
the
you.
point to where you can have a facility like Elite, like where you can do that, because we didn't have that when we first started training.
We didn't have Instagram, we didn't have
Right.
Facebook, we didn't have social
Yeah,
media.
there was no
It
social media advertising. There was none of that. We were, you know,
Word of mouth, get out there,
That's it.
see people, meet people, shake
can't
hands,
kiss babies.
all that
is
stuff.
that is even more important why building relationships with somebody is important, because if they love you, they're going to go tell their friends, they're going to go tell their coworkers about you. I have people that I train now that I've been training for 8 years, 10 years, and it's because I trained somebody else they knew and they're still with me no matter what. As long as they can physically work out and they have the financial means to train, they're going to always train with me. And that's what you want, people that they believe and they trust in you, so they will always come to you no matter if they fall off for 6 months. The first person they call whenever they need
it's
to
time
come
to get
back
back
in and
on.
work out, they're going to call you. I get those calls
All
and
the time.
texts
Still to this day.
every year, multiple times every year, still to this day, of people I may or may not have talked to in a year or 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, that when they're ready,
Time to work out. They know
time
who
to
to
work
call.
out, they know who to call. And that's what you want.
That's-
They were working out to them is synonymous with you. They
Yep.
think instantly of, when I work out, you know what? I'm going to call Sam, or I'm going to call Mo, or I'm going to call Bradon. And now, the brand of Elite, that's what people think. When I think about working out, I'm going to Elite. And that's what we want. We want people to know that we are just as much of a part of their life when it comes to working out and the community, that they always want to come here. They want to come be a part of what's going on in here. That's what it's about.
So that's basically what we've done. It's kind of all the things that we've learned growing up, training, being out in fields, meeting this coach and training his team, and building all these relationships with people through just being able to work, just working, being good at them, taking care of them. All that stuff we've rolled back into Elite Fitness. And that's kind of what the Bird Gang family, Elite Fam, that's what it is. It's just kind of our collective experiences over time, and what we see and what I see through my career, what worked, what didn't work, what's the best way to do it, what's the best, efficient, safest, funnest way to get it done, to get the results.
That's what it's about.
Because I've tried all kinds of programs. I mean, remember Dave Kirkham and BHC when we were there for a long time? That was one of the guys that I taught theory and this and that and back and forth, and you know, those are experiences that now I can still use here, and that's a part of what this is. Those years that we spent at Anytime Fitness or anywhere that we were at, you take those experiences and we've built them into here, where now Bradon just has he has a refined product.
Good. Is what I had. That's what I had it.
A place to call home.
Yeah,
that is.
And I hear these stories, and like, you know, I've done a boot camp, maybe not like these guys have. Well, no, definitely not like these guys have. But it's just made me appreciate where I've been able to start. One, and two, it's just been the learning process has been sped up for me.
Definitely.
For sure.
Well, we have the answers. We're not, you know, like last week with the interview with John, him being like, man, when you were with Russ, weren't you scared of ever like training and how it would work and this and that? And if you couldn't get the result, I'm like, that's not even, that never was a thought. It's not a thought.
Can't be a thought.
But you can understand how him being on the outside would think that, because that would be his worry. You know, that would be what he would worry about, getting somebody results, because you say it, and that's the thing about training is, for us, we've seen so many people, we've seen so many things, we have the answers. Whenever it doesn't go the way the book says it's supposed to go,
Always switch it up.
We've done the work to like, this isn't, okay, what do I do here? We have those answers, so we can give those answers instead of you trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
We already figured it out. You know, and those kind of, the book's not always right. It's not always like it's written in the book.
Everyone's body is built differently.
Exactly.
Yes, we all have, you know, the things going on inside of our body, but when it comes to working out, there's no cookie cutter way to do it. Everyone doesn't respond to everything when it comes to working out. So through experience and working with different people over the years, you understand sometimes you have to change your style of what you do to fit this person. And that's the difference between working out with somebody and training someone. Training someone means whatever their body needs, you know how to adapt whatever is going on to what's going to be best for their body to get them their results, because it doesn't always work the same way with everybody. Everyone's body responds differently to different things when it comes to eating, when it comes to working out, when it comes to the different components of working out. But having the knowledge base and the skill set
to switch it up,
to be able to do that,
recognize it,
is what
to have a couple different,
Yeah.
okay, I've seen this, I'm going to try this with them, this works, this doesn't work, just try this, do that.
That's what it's about.
That's why, like, what do we call it? An artistic science, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't.
We have no style.
Exactly.
Be like water.
Flow. Because
Flow
there's
music.
a right way to move, right? There's always a right way to move, but nobody is going to get there through the exact same path, and that's where the art part comes into play.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be able to take this person who's completely different from this person and get them both
to the same
goal, the same spot, and that doesn't always take the same thing because everyone's different.
Yeah, that's just one of those things, like we said, it just comes with experience. It comes with knowing how to adapt even the things you may think, oh, this should work with this person, but everyone's body is different. It responds differently to things, so.
Well, everybody's body's different. There's some variables that you come across. Everybody's body's different, but some people, you have to trick them into giving the right amount of effort and intensity that you need, because the program may be perfect, but they're not giving you that intensity to make the program work, and you have to see that as like, okay, I need to get more out of them. How am I going to get that out of them?
How many times have we said to each other, I have to trick this person into working out hard? Because everyone doesn't just walk into the gym and they always want to give max effort.
Yep.
Sometimes what I do with you and doing this before this and that before that and this after this, I'm going to build the intensity because of the way that I train you and work you out. And that's an art. That's an art. That's a science.
Right,
that's psychology. That's all of those components going into it that no matter what book you read about training,
that's not in that book.
That's not in the book.
The intuitive part,
that's
understanding the psychology part, because you're right. If you do a workout based on percentages, right, and it's written out, and scientifically, it should work. But what you're not accounting for is scientifically that person has to be going 90% every time.
All the time.
Yep.
How are they going to be
It
giving
doesn't
you?
account
They
for
don't.
variability.
Yeah, the variables. I'm sick. I'm tired. I don't have that. I'm in a bad mood.
I missed all of week 1 and we're on
Yeah.
week 2.
Yeah.
Like-
So we just kind of skip that, and that's where a trainer has to be good enough to make sure whenever it's time to get that intensity, you get that intensity out of them. That's how the program. That's how you make a program work.
Yep.
That's why these kids walk around here shredded at Elite Fitness.
And that's why you have to
HQ.
get to know them on a
Real level.
personal level, like
You have
more than
to.
just surface level. Because otherwise, how am I going to be able to know how to ignite that fire in this person?
What
to go put
button?
the work
What
in?
button to press?
What buttons do I need to push to get
So
you to
you-
do the things I need you to do?
You have to tap into somebody's psyche. What drives them? What is
Yeah.
their, motivation?
And you have to know them and care.
Yeah.
You have to
Right.
care. You have to know them and care, and that's really the basis of anything. Is you have to care. You have to care more than you care,
More than you care about yourself.
yourselves, and that's kind of one of the things that I've, us starting out when we first started training, when we started bringing speed ladders and med balls and different stuff in, they looked at us like we were crazy.
That's funny to me because it's all I've
Into
ever
a
known.
gym.
Yeah.
That's all
I
I
mean,
know.
that's we were
It's
the,
crazy that you don't. To me,
when we had somebody go do the dynamic warm up in the gym, they looked at us like we were crazy.
What are y'all doing
What are y'all
to
doing?
these people?
Just throw them on the
But
treadmill 5 minutes and then let's go.
What they were doing is they were looking.
They were
And they
watching.
were watching.
They always
And
watch.
A lot of those same people that were looking at us when we first started doing that kind of stuff ended
Still-
up being clients of
still
ours
training today.
6 months or a year down the road, and some of them are still training right
'cause
now.
so I want that.
Right.
I don't know what that is, but I want
I
that.
want to do that.
And that's kind of where people don't. God, I mean, it was a long time. We were 20. We were his age.
yeah,
Young.
22, 23.
We were his age when we first started training. 22, 23, and
Yeah.
flying, going fast, just trying to be a trainer, be a 22, 23-year-old trainer. And back then when we first would meet other trainers and they'd tell us, hey, I know a lot of trainers who used to be trainers. So that's what I'm most proud about is this is
Right.
the only thing I've done since college.
Not a used to be.
Yeah. This is the only thing I've ever done. This is all I know is being a personal trainer. And that's all I've done for, how many people stuck to one job? One thing.
Not many that I know.
I got like a PhD in this. Anyways.
Blah.
Blah. PhD. Believe that. Be like water, no form. And that's why we're able to train. That's why we're able to train kids that are 5 and people that are 65, 75, because we've seen it all. The reason that you're in physical therapy right now is, what's your man? Mr.
A client I had of mine years ago, 72 years old, had multiple different things going on with his body. Man walked into the gym on a cane, limping. I don't know what I need, but I need somebody to help me improve my quality of life, be able to move a little bit better. One of the first clients I ever had like that, Mr. Griffith. God rest his
Mr.
soul,
Griffith, yeah.
R.I.P. I love him.
Only man,
Yeah.
only one that's passed on us.
But he was, he kind of ignited that side of my brain that I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah.
To where a lot of the concepts when it comes to training and physical therapy are very similar. The concepts are the same. You're trying to
It's a little
help
slower.
someone's
You break it
body
down.
get to a point that they didn't know that they could get to. Whether it's doing exercises or it's in the gym, it's just different levels of intensity. And
Yeah.
the contrast in my brain is good because during the day I do one thing. When I come here, it's the same kind of concepts, but doing it in a different way. And I've always told Mo, no matter what I ever do when it comes to the therapy side and working at the hospital, I'll always be here to train because this is what I love. This is passion. It's something that I will do for the rest of my life. As long as I can get up and do,
And yell
walk
at
around.
somebody and
Yeah.
joke and jive.
I'll always work out. I'll always train people.
That's it, right? That's what we do. That's who we are. That's who we've been. We enjoy it. I think that's the reason it's elite fitness, because I think our trainers are the best. And the two old heads, and where everybody really gets what they learn is from
Yeah.
us too, and what we've kind of been able to learn in our experiences. And then things we've picked up, from the past 5 years I picked up, from the past, 8 years before that. Just so many different things that we've seen that we're able to give these kids. One, we have a method. We have a developed process that we know. And here is Hendrix making his debut. We have a method that we know and that we're able to teach it, and it's because we've been doing it for so long. Like, all you really need to know is this, and that's where you start.
Yeah.
And then you build on that. And so, guys, thank you for listening to us. This is going to be a short one. We're just here at the house, at the HQ. Sam, thanks for always being there, always helping me out.
Appreciate
always, hey, man, we got a team to train. Let's go there. We got to be there at this time. Sam was always down. We're always down to go train someone. That's what we did.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Now we got the HQ, and we were able to have people come to us. I was always told brick and mortar always wins by one of my mentors, so brick and mortar always wins. So guys, Elite Fitness, a place that you're going to get trainers who care, who are going to teach you the right way to work out, have fun with you, care about you, and want to see you be your best, wherever that's at. It's not about where you start, because at Elite Fitness, we own the finish. You like that one?
Oh, that's a good one. I ain't heard that one.
I've been working on that. That's the first time I was able to slide that in there. Anyways, guys, as always, love, peace, and happiness. Clarity, Neurotech, and Flow Music are sponsors, guys. Clarity is one of the supplements that I love. I've been taking. It keeps me sharp, focused, energy all throughout the day. And my boys at Flow Music take care of us. Find your flow. All the streaming apps, one playlist, you're good to go. And a new one, guys, we got Alamo Heights in San Antonio, CBD massage cream, I got it here. Anybody needs soft tissue work, I got you. Anybody need your own little bottle of it, I got you. And again, love, peace, and happiness. Thank you, guys.